There we go. There we go.
Attack him!
Bulldogs basketball.
Y'all got this. Let's go. Get a bucket. Let's go. Take it. Yeah! Boy, we had a party last night at Howard University, man. Peep the alliteration. The Bowie State Bulldogs banished the Bison at Burr Arena. I think I like the sound of that. But let me tell you something, man. All jokes aside, this was a very, very impressive win by the Bowie State Bulldogs. I mean, from start to finish, the level of intensity and just want to was very apparent from the beginning. I think a lot of it has to do with this is a school that's very close by. It's another HBCU. It's a Division I HBCU. It's in the MEAC. I know we had several guys who had played in the MEAC before, like Naboya, who's from UMES, I believe, and we had Corey Barnes from Delaware State. So we had plenty of guys with MEAC experience and probably a lot of guys who felt as though they should have been in the MEAC or at a Division I institution. So right from the beginning, guys had a point to prove. This was the best defense I've seen Bowie State play in years. I can't remember the last time they had a defensive output this impressive. Mind you, this is a Howard University team that a few days ago scored 100 points on Morgan State. They just scored 100 on Morgan. They scored 73 on us at home. All I can say about that is this. Just as guys wanted to prove that they could compete and play with guys at the Division I level, guys should have that same intensity and same focus and same drive to prove that we can win the CIAA championship. We got to prove that we can compete with Lincoln. Prove that we can compete with Fayetteville State. We just beat them, by the way. Prove that we can beat Bluefield State, who's looking pretty good this year. Prove that we can beat Virginia State, that's looking very good this year. Prove that we can make it to the Final Four or the championship game. Just like you wanted to prove that you could compete with Division I athletes, you should have that same desire to want to prove that you can be the best in the CIAA. You should have that same desire to prove that you can finish the season with a above 500 record. Because as impressive as this one win was, and as impressive as the win against Fayetteville State was, if we can't finish the season 500 in conference play, above 500 overall, great win, but, and I'm not saying we got to win the championship, but what I am saying is, I don't see why we can't finish above 500, even if it's just one game. I don't see why we can't get to win 2 games in the tournament. We won 1 last year. I don't see why we can't win 2 tournament games this year. Get to the 3rd round of the tournament this year. We have the talent. That's what was apparent in that game. I mean, everybody was making a contribution. We already know Corey Barnes is going to come with that tough defensive intensity. He's not going for none of it. Man, salute to that brother. Naboya, this is probably one of the best games I've seen Naboya play at Bowie State. I mean, they was barbecue chicken down low versus him. He had a mouse in the house all game long. The only thing with Naboya is he tends to pick up fouls at a rapid pace, and he has to come out the game. I forget his name. His nickname is Sticks. I can't remember his first name. My bad. But the transfer from Virginia Union that jumps out the gym. That young man is talented, man. He can play some basketball, man. The only thing about him, he probably got to work on his wind because he gets winded, about 5 minutes into the game, but he can hoop. Of course, we got Corley with the jump shot, the 3-ball. Makes some clutch jumpers. Then, of course, we got Warren McGarner, the guy he's going to create. He's going to beat guys off the dribble. He's a one-man scoring machine. Had, I think, 20-something yesterday against Howard. I'm forgetting names. I'm mad. I'm forgetting the names. But the transfer from Incarnate Wood, that's basically the starting point guard. He's been doing a very good job running the team, running the offense. And when he has to take it, taking it to the basket, getting the bucket, setting guys up, playing defense, being a leader out there. He has a game winner earlier in the year. We got a squad. I didn't even mention Amari Winbush, who's also a walking bucket. I didn't even mention him yet. I didn't even mention now I'm forgetting names now. I can't believe I had all the names locked in. I forgot them. But I think his nickname is Mouse. Transfer from the SEAC. I think he was at Albany. If he wasn't even at either Albany State or Miles, one of the two, something like that. Young man, fearless, jump out the gym. You don't think he could jump that high, as small as he is, but man, he be getting up there, boy. But man, which reminds me, it was almost 2 posters last night. Almost 2 posters. Because Sticks almost... Then boy, it was almost 2 posters last night. It was, man, I'm telling you. And then we the JUCO guy, I'm forgetting everybody's name today, but you know who I'm talking about. The JUCO guy. I like his game. He's going to slash. He's going to cut to the basket. He's going to be out on the break. He's just a smart basketball player. We have a squad this year, man. We got a squad. And man. That was a beautiful thing to see. And I'm sure the players probably felt the love because let me tell y'all something, for those of you who weren't there. Bowie State showed up and showed out. Straight up. Bowie State showed up and showed out. Bowie State was deep in there. The Bowie State, I'm going to be real, Bowie State took over Burr Arena. The majority of the noise and the hype and the screaming came from Bowie State. Man, them Howard students, they was quiet up in there. It's just interesting how the game went because once again, for those of you who weren't there, it was a nip and tuck, competitive game from start to finish. But in the first half, there were stretches where Howard would be up 7 or Howard would be up 8. And then we knock the lead back down to 5, knock the lead back down to 3. Matter of fact, we went into halftime down 2. But Howard did have leads of 7 here or 8 there. So going into halftime, if I'm being honest, I'm thinking, okay, we can keep this game close so we can get out of here, with a moral victory. That's what I was thinking going into halftime. But, man, the way them boys came out in the second half. Mind you, we went into the half down 42-40. Before you know it, early in the second half, Bowie State was up 10. I think the lead got as high as 12, 11-12. I'm talking about out the rip. Boys came out like gangbusters with a point to prove. Before you know it, a 2-point deficit was a 10-point lead, and they was calling timeout. And the whole arena was silent except for Bowie State. And we was in that joint showing off and carrying on, having a party up in there. Man. The way they played in that second half, and then late in the game, man. When Howard started to make a little something happen, and next thing you know, they're down 3. The next thing you know, it's tied. Man, the late game execution and how guys didn't get scared, they didn't get flinched, it was beautiful to see. 71-71, we go right down, get a bucket. Next thing you know, it's 73-73. We come right down, hit a 3-pointer. They inbound the ball. We foul as soon as the ball is caught. Don't get them a chance to get up a 3-point. Man, just amazing execution. Once again, we got to be able to translate this to make some noise in the conference this year. We still got Lincoln twice. We still got Union twice. I don't think we played Union yet. Still got State twice. We still got Winston-Salem on the road. I know we got at least one game against Bluefield that we got to play. So think about it. That's 2, 4, 6. That's at least 8 more conference games. Probably more than that. We want to win. We got to try and win 5, at least half of them. If not 5 or 6. Come on, man. If we really want to make this to count for something, take that same intensity and apply it to conference play. Once again, this same Howard team that we held to 73 points just scored 100 against Morgan State a few days ago. We play defense like that. We share the ball like that. We get back on defense like that. We are effectively executing on offense like that. Man, who gonna beat us? And mind you, this is with them shooting like 35 free throws. If it wasn't for free throws, they would have got blown out. Free throws kept them in the game in the second half. Every time you turn around, Howard was on the line shooting free throws. But we had very low turnovers. The only thing that kept them in the game was free throw. We play like that. Who gonna beat us? But once again, man, Bowie State showed up and showed out, man. It was lovely to see so many Bowie State fans up in there on a Wednesday night. BSU.